Okay, let's look at another one. And let's see. Odds makers try to predict which professional and college football teams will win and by how much, and that's the spread. If the odd makers do this accurately, adding the spread to the underdog score would make the final score a tie. So, suppose a bookie will give you $6 for every $1 you risk if you pick the winners in 3 different football games that were adjusted by the spread on a parlay card. What is the bookie's expected earnings per dollar wagered? Interpret the values. So we want to think about, we are talking about 3 different wins. So you have a possibility on the first game, you could either win or you could lose. On the second game, you could either win or you could lose, and we have to show that for both possibilities, win or lose. And on the third game, still win or lose, win or lose, win or lose, win or lose. So by the time you get way out to the third game, what you're betting on is this right up here, that you're going to have 3 wins. That's the parlay. So that's what we're after. So the other thing we need to think about, so this gives us the probability of winning is going to be, the probability of you winning the bet is going to be 1 possibility out of how many are there. So we can look here, we have 1 possibility, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we could list them all out, but it's going to be win, 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 loss, win, loss, win, win, loss, loss. Do you see we're just going down that tree? And so we could list all of them out, but there's 8 of them all together. So we have 1 win, 1 parlay win out of 8 possibilities. And that's for winning all 3, and so that's about 0.125. So that's our probability of winning. Now from my perspective, from the bettor's perspective, I will get, if I win, I get $6. If I lose, oh, and I have to, sorry, and I have to pay $1. Okay, so probability of me winning is 0.125. Probability of me losing is going to be 1 minus 0.125, which is 0.875. Okay, then let's look at it from the bookie's perspective. Because that's who we're trying to find the answer. What's the bookie's expected earnings per dollar wagered? So the bookie has, let's look at X as the amount the bookie earns. So if you win, then the bookie pays out 6, but he gets in 1 from you. So he's going to be, he pays out 6, but he gets in 1 from you. So he's going to be earning negative $5. So he's in the hole. And if you lose, then the bookie pays out nothing and gets in 1. Pays out nothing, gets in 1. So he's going to earn $1. So let's write a little table. So we know X, and we know probability of X, and then we can calculate an expected value. So X is going to be a -5 or a +1, because those are the two possibilities from the bookie's perspective. Either he loses $5 or he brings in $1. And the probability of him losing $5, that's if you win. So that probability is pretty small. So that's going to be the 0.125. So this one is the you win. And down here is the you lose. And remember, that had the higher probability. That was 0.875. And so now when we find the x times the p of x, we know that the -5 times the 0.125, that's going to give us -0.625. And then the 1 times 8.75 is, of course, 0.875. Add those two together, and I get 0.25. Okay, so that is my mu, which is also my expected value for the bookie. So this is all from the bookie's perspective. So what I can conclude then, I think I'm at the bottom of my page. Let's see if I can shrink things up a little. So what I conclude is that the bookies expected earnings per dollar wagered is 25 cents. So it's not bad for the bookie, it's bad for you because you have a very small probability of winning. So from the bookie's perspective, it's not a bad deal.